So I actually am kind of an unusual case scenario for Young Living in that I had a full-time very gainful employment when I started using Young Living, and I had zero intention of doing this as a business. I just was obsessed with natural health. And I was helping my friends, and because I was like a walking apothecary, pulling things out of my handbag and sharing with them what I was doing because they had needs and I was trying to help them, right? And they were asking me how to get started. I was sharing that with them, and then I would actually ended up having a class, two classes within 2 weeks, because my friends were just asking me what I was using and how was this working. They came over and I ended up getting some really large paychecks from Young Living, which really made me reconsider what I was doing for a living, because I was obsessed with natural health. That was super passion of mine because of a sick kiddo who we'd seen massive results by changing our lifestyle. And when those big checks came, I really had to rethink what I was doing for a living, because I felt just super passionate about helping others with their health. And I saw such an easy way to do that with oils. Like I was all this time trying to convince them that nutrition was so important. And it was like they got this quick fix with the oils. And then they were like, oh, maybe that food thing you were telling me about is important. So I was really excited that I found a way to like help people in a true way. So I quit my job 6 years ago to do Young Living full time after having started, helping people with their health about 6 months in. I was about 6 months in. Our team actually just hit diamond last month, which is very exciting. And I'll explain a little bit what that means. But really what that means is we're just helping a lot of families, right? A lot of people are getting help with their health, and there's an income opportunity for a lot of people. And that's really all it means. But more importantly, why Young Living is that I'm a business major twice over. I have 2 business degrees. I had no idea what network marketing was, though. Like literally never once came up in business school, the concept of network marketing, which is kind of shocking, actually, when you think about it. But I really had to research what it was and what the advantages were of a network marketing company, because I was trained in shareholder wealth, and you work for a large corporation and you learn about, profit and loss and accounting and all these things, right? And then I was introduced to network marketing, and it was such a brilliant concept for me that I could help people with their health, because Young Living has the most fantastic products on the earth, which I was just authentically using because I love them. And I could offer people an income opportunity without having to hire them and train them up in a way like you would from a corporate perspective, right? Like we just share our resources, right? That's what we do. We just teach people how to use resources so that we can all be empowered with our health. The vast majority of Young Living members are users of the product that have zero care of how the company markets their product. They just want the product because the product works, which is very, very unique in a network marketing business. And the vast majority of network marketing companies, people get in for the business opportunity. I don't know why that's on the screen. People get in for the business opportunity. They don't get in because they love the product. So a very interesting number is that the vast majority of network marketing companies, a good retention number of members is 8%, which means 8% of members will continue to order after their first purchase with that company, 8%. Young Living has over 40% retention rate and customers that order regularly, which is shocking in the industry, like jaw-dropping in the industry, truly. Like I don't think there's one other company that can claim anywhere close to this. So that is part of what the video that we shared talks about, is some of these numbers that are very unique to Young Living. The other thing is, this is all about sharing what you love. You use the product for your own household and your own family to help yourselves, and then you just tell your friends what you're doing, which is honestly what every woman does anyway, right? We go to a good restaurant, we tell our friends. We, buy a great pair of jeans and we tell our friends. Like that's just how we as women do things. I say women because most men don't do that. But my husband, he's starting to, he's like, You know, that CBD I roll on my back, that's why I'm playing such good golf. I don't want you to have it now, actually, is what he's like. I want to beat you in golf. But truly, it really is such a beautiful business model, because it's all about empowering others, A, with their health, and B, with a business opportunity. So, I mean, that's basically my story in a nutshell. And then I have asked Andy if she'll share her story. Andy, I got to meet a year and a half ago now. And I don't know if she's going to share this with you, but I will share it with you. She just hit gold last month. So that's important for you to know. And that's why I asked her to speak. So I'm going to hand it over to Andy now.
Thanks, Ellie. Hi, everybody. Yes, so it is very exciting, hitting gold. But my story started quite differently from Ellie's. And it goes back, so I'll just briefly tell you my background. I come from corporate marketing. I was a marketing manager in actually big American corporates. I've kind of always worked for big American companies, so I spent time with Kellogg's. I was a marketing manager, Heinz, and Procter & Gamble, Gillette. So that was my background. And I got to a point 8 years ago when my third child was born that I was not really being effective in anything. I felt like I was not ineffective as a marketing manager, and I was ineffective as a mom. And I couldn't juggle it. There is no part-time in FMCG, fast-moving consumer goods. Even if the company was bending over backwards, there's just too many balls to juggle. And I couldn't hold on to that while nannies and au pairs were bringing up my kids. So I made the call to leave the corporate world. And it was a lot of fun for a while. It was a privilege. My husband was able to keep us going, and it was really nice not to be able to work, not to have to work, and to focus on my 3 children. But it's really not as stimulating. So without marginalizing moms, there got to a point where I really was looking for something more. I was looking for a higher purpose, and I was just needing more adult interaction. There's so many kids' parties and that you can attend, and helping out at school and charity events, but I was looking for something more, and that my kids had got a bit older. So I wasn't sure where that was coming, but in 2016, I met we were on holiday in Umhlanga in KZN near Durban, for the Americans, and I met up with my husband's childhood friends who were visiting from Austin, and that was Lindsay and Evan Gramont. My husband and Evan grew up in South Africa together, and they were visiting family. So Lindsay, for those of you who don't know, is our Ellie's upline and our Royal Crown Diamond, who is an amazing support and role model to me, to a lot of us. And so I met her for the first time, and she told me a bit about Young Living, and I actually was more interested in her blog, which was her Homemade Mommy. I loved her health recipes. I started following her. I was interested in natural options for my own psoriasis, which I had not really found a solution for. And she told me about Young Living and all these essential oils, but not being available in South Africa made it really difficult to try and import an option. So we kind of kept in touch, and I followed her blog, and Larry and Evan chatted regularly, and we kind of left it at that from 2016. And in January 2019, Lindsay and Evan called us, and my husband and I had a chat with them. And my husband only told me later down the line that Evan had already called him in October and November 2018 that they were coming to South Africa with Young Living, and are we interested? And he was like, I don't know, I'm not sure. We'll talk in the new year. I think November time is never a good time. So January we have a chat, and Lindsay just tells me everything. And this completely resonated with me as the new opportunity that I've been looking for. I had never seen a Young Living oil. I had never seen the kit, but I loved what Lindsay told me. I loved what the business stood for. I loved what the products were doing for her life, what the oils were doing for her. And she had already told me what I should be looking at for my psoriasis, and some of our own issues within the family. And I loved her blog that I've been following, her Homemade Mommy. So I knew a lot about what she stood for and how authentic her approach to health was and her passion for helping people. So it just completely resonated with my value system, with what I loved. So before I had seen anything, we had made a decision, and this was going to be the business opportunity I was going to try. So my kit arrived in February 2019, and we started using the oils. I think everything we loved. We absolutely loved everything. Worked for me, made changes. We just started incorporating them into our life. I called up Lindsay end of Feb. I said, "You've got to come here. You've got to show me more. You have to come to South Africa," which she did a few weeks later. So by March, she was here. And it became a whirlwind after that. I think the excitement, I think it was very relevant for a lot of South Africans. A lot of people seemed to acknowledge the health trend and focus, and it was really, really exciting. So for me, I found a purpose, and this is what I've been looking for. A real purpose, working with motivated, driven people. That's the kind of stuff I was missing from my days in corporate. And you lose out in that way, being a mom. I mean, you gain in so many others. But having the ability to have that, to be stimulated and still be a mom and still be around your kids was really something unique. And I think now, when I look at what really drives me and what really excites me, is watching the success of my team. I get most excited as people around me grow, as people around me achieve. I don't only mean in ranks. I mean, I've watched personalities develop. I've watched people from completely shy, scared to talk on any of these Zooms, scared of their own shadows to talk. We used to have a lot of workshops and vendor events, to leading Zooms and leading teams, and the incredible growth really, really fills my cup. So that for me, and I think I see it as I look up to my upline for guidance, for mentorship, for support, and I look to my downline to pay it forward, to mentor them, to guide them, to give them all the support. And that really fills my soul. That nourishes me, and that makes me want to get up in the morning. Apart from the products and apart from only financial satisfaction, like for me, when I look back in life, I want to know that I've done something meaningful and made a meaningful change in people's lives and helped within my own team, helped people. And that, it's just really satisfying. So that's what I love. And hitting gold was just an absolute cherry on top. Nothing comes in this business from running at it alone. I started, my first enrollment was my sister-in-law, Lara, and we ran together for this whole time, 18 months, 19 months. And, you know, we try to do whatever we can together and share ideas and that's what really helped. Always having someone to bounce ideas apart from your upline. Yeah, so I think that's my story, and it's exciting, it's fun, that goes with it.
Andy, thank you so much. You are so inspirational for so many. So I want you to know that. I love the words. I literally had chills on my arms when you were speaking. It just makes me so happy how fulfilling this is for everyone. So as fulfilling as this is to help people, we do need to talk about the business side, right? It's like, what do you actually need to do to make an income for yourself? I mean, we all have to buy food for our family and have a house. And so as much as we want to help people, we do need to find a way to support our family. And in a perfect world, give money in a big way. I mean, that's a huge motivator for me, is to be able to give money to the things that I really care about. So what I'm going to share with you now is that piece of the actual business side. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay. And let's see if there we go. Okay. So let's talk through a few of the important things here. So first of all, what are your goals? So your goal may be just get your kit paid for and your oil addiction. Like for a lot of people, that's where it starts. It's like, okay, I'm addicted to these products and I don't want to have to pay for them, which really was the original purpose of the way that this company was set up by Gary and Mary was no one should have to pay for their products, right? So how do you accomplish that is you get them to share with others so that we get our products paid for. The second is, maybe you want to pay for a vacation. God willing, we can actually do that at some point in the near future. We can travel again. We can splurge on something for our family, or we can get those lessons for our kids that maybe are expensive and not, something that we'd like to do, but as a stretch. Or maybe it's replace a part-time or even a full-time income, pay off debt or a mortgage, retire early. Earn a residual income for life, which is a huge part of this business model, right? Is like I take a day off and my team still is going, right? Like that is a beautiful thing that I can take a vacation while everyone else is still working and, things keep going, right? And also the community that we have, just to build a community of like-minded individuals is a huge motivator, at least for me, is I love being around others who also care about the same things. So let's talk about the money. This is the average income in dollars. I've got it in Rand as well on the next slide, but this is your yearly income averages. So you see, going from platinum to diamond is a big jump. I'm just going to give you an example because that's a big deal, right? Going from silver to gold is a really big jump. That's what Andy just did. And we're just normal people, right? You know us, or you're one step away from us, right? So we're just normal people. I'm gonna leave this here for just a second and then I'm gonna switch here. This is in Rand so that you can see that yearly income averages for South Africa, just for conversion in your brain. And we have a lot of people here from South Africa. We'll leave that for a minute. We don't have any diamonds yet in South Africa. We'll add it to the slide when we do. Soon. Okay, so what is your investment in this business? So probably most of you guys are already a member. If you're not yet, all you have to do is become a member with Young Living. And there's many ways that you can do that depending on your country. There's all different starter kits. That is your investment. And when you're building this business, you also need to place an order each month, which I'm going to show you what that looks like. But let's first talk about terms. So the first is a distributor/member. So when you're a member, you have access to 24% off all the retail pricing. And you have the ability to make this as a business if you so choose. The second is a customer. That's someone who buys retail. Friends, do not let friends buy retail, truly. Like you really, really discourage people buying at retail prices. It's much, much better to buy some kind of starter kit. The other next term is enroller. So that is if I know Julie and she's my friend, I'm going to enroll Julie myself because she's my personal friend. Unfortunately, that was not the case. I did not enroll Julie. But she's somewhere on my team because someone I did enrolled her. And so that person is her enroller actually. And sponsor is how you set up the legs in your organization. So if I have my mom who I want to bless, I can put people underneath my mom and make her the sponsor for them so that she gets a paycheck for doing that. Or my husband is a great example too. So I can get that paycheck twice in my house. So a sponsor in an ideal world also helps you support that member. Not always the case, but would be great. Volume is the amount of product value in your team. PV is actually has two terms. Officially, it's personal volume, but it's also known as product value, depending on what you're talking about. So if you're in the virtual office and you're buying something, it'll tell you what the PV amount is. So the PV is the same globally, but the dollar amount is different based on the exchange rate in the country that you're in. But it also equates to your personal PV is how much you personally spend in a month. OGV is your entire organization's volume. So 3,000 people, however much they're spending in that month, if that's your team, that is your organizational group volume. And then your legs are something that we're going to walk through, but your legs is how you set up your organizational structure, which is actually what we're going to talk about soon, which is very important to maximizing the compensation plan. Okay, essential rewards. If you are not on essential rewards yet, you are missing out. This is our loyalty program, which gives you tons of free stuff. So if you really want to change your lifestyle, and certainly if you want to make a business, but more importantly, in my opinion, if you want to have like a healthy lifestyle, this is the best plan. So the first 3 months that you're on ER, you get 10% back. After 3 months, it jumps to 20% back. And after 25 months, it jumps to 25% back. That acts as Young Living cash that you can use to buy products with Young Living. You also get free gifts at months 3, 6, 9, and 12 every year. And you get access to free promos that are only available to ER members every month. You get reduced shipping fees. The only thing you need to be aware of is that in order to join the loyalty program is that you need to purchase 50 PV a month to stay on it. You can change what you want every month, and you can change the day that you want it shipped every month, and you can cancel anytime, as long as you just want to spend your points before you cancel. Just heads up. You also can get a grace month if you're having a difficult time. So you get one grace month every year. And there's a little bit of gray area on that right now with COVID. So FYI, if you're having a hard time, but if you're enrolling people, you're going to want to be buying anyway. Okay, so let's talk about how we get paid, right? That's what everyone wants to know. The first is a start living bonus. So when you enroll someone with a starter kit, a premium starter kit, you get a $25 bonus. That is going to come to you in as a direct deposit to your bank account, okay? This is not Young Living money. This is actual cash money. Or digital money, I should say, that goes into your bank account. The next is the Fast Start bonus. The first 3 months that you've enrolled someone, you get paid 25% of everything they buy for those first 3 months, okay? So if they spend 100 PV, you get $25. If they spend 1,000 PV, you get $250, okay? Then there's the ER bonus. So if someone joins ER at 100 PV, then you get a $15 bonus for that. Silver bound bonuses. Okay, this is a new bonus program, which I have a whole slide just on silver bound bonus. You get up to 2,300 US dollars in silver bound bonuses if you hit all of those bonuses, which I will share on another slide. And then UNILEVEL commissions, which I will break down on another slide too, means you get paid on this person forever, okay? So I'll walk through that as well. Okay, this is a UNILEVEL commission example, not an example. This is how UNILEVEL commissions work through executive. So if you're a distributor, that means you've spent 100 PV and you get paid 8% at your level 1 and 5% at your level 2. As you rank up to star, you get paid through level 3, which is 4%. Senior star, you get paid through level 4, and executive, you get paid through level 5. So this will make a lot more sense when I explain to you what these legs mean, okay? So let's explain that now. A distributor, you can get paid at 50 PV. I'm going to explain that breakdown in a little bit later, but you have a total OGV of 100, or you can have 50 PV with 50 PV under you, making that 100. Star is 500 total OGV, with 100 of that being your own. But a star, you can actually hit star with just your own spending. So if you spend 500, then you could be a star, but that you will not get paid on your own spending now. Let's see. There we go. Senior star, you have 2,000 OGV total on your team, and you're spending at least 100 PV. Executive, you have 4,000 total OGV, And this is where legs come into play for the first time. You have 2 legs at 1,000 PV. Okay. This is just a capture, I should say, of what you need to go through all the ranks, just so you can get an idea. So at silver, you still have 2 legs. At gold, it goes to 3 legs. Platinum, it goes to 4. Diamond, it goes to 5. Crown, it goes to 6. And Royal Crown is also 6 legs. And you can just see that your own spending always only needs to be 100, but I challenge you to only spend 100 PV as you rank up and learn all these products. It's hard to spend 100 or less. And your OGV goes up each time. And then there's something new that's called PGV, which comes in at silver. So this is spending outside of your 2 qualifying legs or your 3 qualifying legs, which we can explain more as necessary. All right, so now this is really important. This is a new bonus program, which I hope that every single one on this call gets to take advantage of, because I am so excited for this new bonus program, mostly not only because of the money that people make, but because it sets you up for long-term success, which is what I care about most. So what it's doing is at Star, even though you only need 500 PV to hit Star without any legs, Young Living wants to encourage you to start building your legs from the start so that you have what you need in place to hit executive and silver. So this is a really, really important one to follow. And I encourage you to, download or screenshot this. I actually keep this on my computer. It sits here taped to my computer because I'm always looking at my team and trying to figure out how to help them get these bonuses and structure properly. So this is really, really important. And like I said, I encourage you to take a screenshot of this and study this so you can set up your organization properly. So those legs is how you make that your sponsors, you're giving your sponsorship to your legs. And as you enroll people, reach out to your upline and have them help you with strategic placement. It's honestly, I think that's the hardest part of this business. It's just figuring out where to structure your team. Helping people use oils, helping enroll people, that is the easy part. It's just, how do you want to structure to make sense is the hardest part, and it's very personal. So we can talk about that after we go through this presentation if you guys have some more questions. So this is an explanation of this personal group volume. So this is showing that if you are a silver and you need 2 legs to hit silver, that you need to make sure that, so I'm using the volume of a silver underneath me and an executive underneath me. And I need extra 1,000 PV outside of that. This is what that's an example of, that 1,000 PV outside of that. Okay. This is personal generation, which I'm going to skip because I don't think we have a lot of people on this call at silver and above. When you hit silver and above, you start getting paid generation. So I just did an extra bonus on top is you get paid to help your team rank up. So the most important thing you can know here is that you want to help your team rank up. Your team's success is your success, and you get paid that way, which I think is one of the best parts of network marketing, is that you are paid to help others succeed. Okay, I'm going to skip through this. I'm just going to show you that as you rank up to silver, you start getting paid percentages within your organization. So the higher you rank, the deeper you get paid within your organization. Okay, I'm not gonna go through all of this because I think we don't have anyone really past gold and platinum here. So let me now open it up to questions and see what kind of questions you may have about either the compensation plan or anything. This is an open forum now, so feel free to either unmute or type in a question and we will answer it for you. I think it kind of helps digest when people start asking questions.
Can I ask a question, please?
Please. I would love for you to write.
Okay, so my name's actually Tanya, but my daughter uses my phone to for her lessons. So
I'm changing your name.
I just wanted to find out. So, I'm all new to this, and I kind of am looking into it to obviously kind of use it as to make side money, but also to use the oils for myself. And And I was chatting to my hairdresser today, and, you know, to put it kind of, to sell it to her so she could then sell it to a lot of her clients. And she said to me, you know, she's not very good with marketing or selling or whatever. And I said to her, like, is there a way that she could just kind of like give it to, like, sell it to her clients, but not, because she said she doesn't like pyramid schemes. So I said to her, it's not really a pyramid scheme. It's kind of, it's just, it's showing people that, you know, there's, because she believes in homeopathy and essential oils and all that kind of stuff. And she actually did have a purifier there with essential oils that she just bought from the pharmacy. And I said to her, you know, like, you need to actually look at like the essential oils that you're using in your air purifier. And that's how we got onto the discussion. And she said, is there a way of just kind of like, if her past clients just kind of buy the oils from her? So I said, yeah, that's how you can also make money. And then if somebody is interested in making a business, then kind of you can either put them in touch with me, or is that how it kind of works?
So
I'm a bit confused.
Yeah. So, like I said earlier, friends don't let friends buy retail.
Yes.
She would have to charge them retail. So she cannot resell at wholesale prices. She has to wholesale at, she has to sell at retail prices for her to do that without breaching the policies of the company. So I think it's really changing mindset of, you are empowering people with their health, giving them access to resources and giving them the tools that they need. The starter kits are drastically discounted. You get a much better deal to just have a starter kit. I would much rather see her keep a couple of kits on hand that she then restocks as she enrolls people. That is, in my opinion, the best way for someone to do that if they want to have things at their place of business, is they teach them of why it's so good, or, you know, that she can give them a link to a class that they listen to while she's cutting their hair, and then they can decide if they want to buy a kit or not. But I think that's always the best way to start, is a starter kit, because you have the tools that you need to actually be empowered with your health. And that is how she's going to be, that's going to, the best price for her client. And that's how she's going to actually make money. So I think she's got to get it out of her head that this is a pyramid scheme, because it's not. Anyone below me can make more money than me. Anyone, you know, a pyramid scheme is, you know, like, anyone can outrank me at any time. I outrank the person above me by far. So it doesn't hold true that it's that if you come in late, you can't be successful. That's not at all the case.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think in South Africa it's been hard. There have been a couple of companies that came in that wreaked havoc and did not do things really the right way and left a bad taste in people's mouths.
Yeah.
We have to show them that Young Living's different, because we are.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great question. Great question, Taryn. I'm gonna. I got a question for. I've got a couple of questions. Okay, let me see here. That's the link to what I just shared, so you can take that. PDF presentation. Yes, so I just did that. You can just take that link. Bridget, how can we get flip kits? So that's a really good question. The answer is a couple of different ways. Let's say you want to enroll your spouse because you want to build under your spouse as a leg. If your spouse doesn't need an extra starter kit, you could use that as a flip kit, which is a great way to do it, because then you get paid the money for enrolling your spouse too. The other way is you can order it through a shop or a quick order. I think in SA they still call it a quick order. In the US now they call it a shop order. It just means a one-time order. You cannot order a kit through your ER that I'm aware of in SA. I know you cannot in the US. So that's a great way. And so how a flip kit works is, and I have several, I keep several on hand, because when someone comes to me for oils, they usually want them right then and there. So I keep them on hand, and when I enroll them, I make their shipping address for the kit my address, and then I give them the kit, and their kit gets shipped back to me, so that I make sure to get it. Oh, Bridget, it may be because you guys are out of stock of kits right now, but they should be back in stock in short order. But you should be, I know, Andy, you've bought flip kits in the past, right? Yes, it's definitely possible to do. I think it's just because kits are out of stock at the exact moment. But they should be.
5 kits at the moment. So I've enrolled about 4 people now, and I just gave them my flip kits. So they don't even know that there's no stock. They're unaware.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great, that's another reason to keep flip kits on hand, is because if a kit goes out of stock, if the kits go out of stock, you have one for them, which is awesome. Okay, remind everyone how you can bless someone structure-wise. Okay, so I briefly mentioned this, but let me explain it a little further. So you need to have legs to maximize the compensation plan. You cannot hit any rank beyond senior star without legs. So when you are structuring your organization, here's my recommendation to you. Pick the people at the front line that you either want to bless and you know will love the product, and when the time comes that you need them to place an order, that they will love the product and not mind placing an order and getting a very big discount for it, short term, and long term getting way more than they spend. So someone that you, like a family member, is a great choice, that someone that you know you'll love for forever. The other is just someone that you know you want to be in business with, that you trust, and you know you know them well and you trust them and want to be a business partner with them forever. So I'm an only child and I have no first cousin, so to say this was a challenge for me is really not. It was hard. It was hard for me, but my mom is one of my legs. My husband is now one of my legs. To give you an example, and it feels really, really good to put people under my mom and my husband, because, I mean, my husband, it's awesome because I get the check twice. My mom, it's awesome because I can tell my parents, hey, I really want you to order all these things because I really think you need this for your health. And their check way supersedes now what they're spending. And they spend a lot, like $300 to $400 PV a month in oils and products, and they use them. So that is how you, so they stay at my front line and they just need to order at least 100 PV a month, and then I place people under them. So I actually try to place people that I think will want to do the business under people who are not actively doing the business, like my family members, so that I don't have to take care of everyone. Does it always work that way? No. But that's the best case scenario, right? Hope I answered that with enough color, Bridget, for you. When is stock going to be available again? I think pretty soon. I thought they were putting things like in the system today, right, Andy? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Is it Pabalo? I don't know if I said that correctly. Is the emphasis on the right syllable? As my mother-in-law says. I heard in one of the earlier meetings that we can gift the business to some people. I have someone who cannot afford a kit at the moment, but would like to set them up on the business so they can earn some income. Okay. The official answer is you cannot gift someone an account. But what you could do is pay for their kit and have them pay you back. That's the official answer. What other questions do you guys have? Did I do that good of a job, or are you just so confused? I did forget to tell you about one bonus that is hidden in the compensation plan that I think everyone should know about. And that is, when I enroll someone, forever of their lifetime being a Young Living member, when they enroll someone else, I get 10% of that person's spending for the first 3 months, forever. Okay, so if I enroll Lisa, and Lisa enrolls 30 people, the first 3 months of those 30 people being a member, no matter when they enroll, I get 10% of their spending in the first 3 months of them being a member. So it's another advantage to help your team enroll others. And it doesn't have a name. I cannot find the name of what this bonus is called. I've tried, but it is like a super secret, not secret, but it's not widely touted, but it is an amazing bonus. Okay, I said this class probably would not go a full hour. So if you do have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to the person that invited you here. We are really excited to have you on our team. We do have a business WhatsApp chat. If you would like to join that business WhatsApp chat, I will put the link to it right here. We do all of our class coordinating that way, and it's really focused on business questions and coordination of how to support our teams best. And if you are not in a usage chat, we have a usage chat for my overall team that I can share as well. So let me quickly put that link to that chat for the business chat here. If anyone is not in a usage chat yet, please make a comment and we'll give you a comment. We have lots and lots of usage chats, so you don't need to be in all of them. That is the business chat there. And then Chrissy, you have you're welcome. Thanks for coming, Chrissy. I thought you were asking a question. Okay, so that's our business chat for my team. All the other teams run their own organizations. I know that Ashley's on with some of her team today, and Ashley has her own way to communicate with her team. So anyway, I'm really honored that all of you came, and we're really excited to support you in this journey wherever you decide to let it take you. Thanks for coming, everyone.